take 1,012,000 of this video because I don't know how to use my editing software, so I have to do one-take videos. But one-take videos are very, very hard to make. If you've ever made one-take videos, I mean, you would know. Adult Drinks and Kid Cups edition. It is rum chata and Fireball and Jack Daniel's honey whiskey. I went to Marvel Universe Live last night. Marvel Universe Live, which was an adorable show. Also sorry for the no makeup. Sorry for the awfulness. But I don't put on makeup every day because it takes a lot of spoons. But I went to Marvel Universe Live last night and got a lot of cool dorky stuff. This fits my head when I don't have my ponytail on. But yeah, got a lot of cool stuff. Bet you wish you had a Captain America doll. But yeah, because I'm a dork. I loved it. And I got tickets way back, actually. I'm like, oh my god, Dad, get tickets for this and get 3 of them so I can take my boyfriend if he wants to go. If he's off work. And it's like, because I was so sure that me and, we'll call this kid Rice. Yeah, we'll call him Rice. Because that's not his name. It isn't. I promise. And I'm not lying. But anyway, Rice broke up with me. And that's all I have to say about that. Rice broke up with me very suddenly over nothing at all, really. We didn't have a fight or anything, and it was just whatever. And he didn't get to go see the cool show. And he didn't get a Captain America doll. The thing is, though, I also wouldn't have bought all these awesome things if I had had my boyfriend there. If I had had a boyfriend there. I would have been like, no, I'm not this much of a dork. But yeah. Anyway, I went to this thing last night. It was a really good show, and I liked it because it was like they made the characters a lot more comic oriented, like their comic personalities. Like Wolverine was really short and angry and like, I gotta go off on my own and rescue my friends, and like and he was also like super into Storm and kind of with Scott, and he was I mean, and they made Peter Parker like super fanboyish and like dorky, and they had the Avengers team where it's like the Avengers were like Captain Marvel was on the team, and Wolverine was on the team, and Falcon was on the team, and you know, and Falcon had his red suit too, like his Red Wing suit, and so it was very much more like comic oriented, and I liked that about it. Because I felt like it was like, you know, here's your, like, here's something for the comic nerds. I don't know. It was very fun. But it was not very accessible. I had to walk a long ways, and I had to, kind of, it's like people were saying, like, hey, like, hey, move, you know, whatever. It's like they didn't see my cane, and they didn't know that I was disabled too. because my sister's in a wheelchair. And it's like, I was standing there waiting for the lift. And this guy was like, well, I would get through, but I can't. And it's like, but I can't get, it's like, I would go, but I can't get through. When my sister was like over here. And I was standing like right here. But, I had my cane in this hand. My right hand. Because I use my cane the wrong way. I use it on the side that I have my bad foot on. I know I use it the wrong way. I know you're supposed to use it on the opposite side. But I feel like it serves me better when I use it on the actual side that my bad foot is on. So I use it on my right side. And he didn't see my cane because it was like hidden behind my leg. He's like, well, I would go, but I can't get through. And I think he just thought I was some fat ass like girl standing there like who was like being slow about going down the stairs. But I was waiting for the lift to go, like, because they can only take one person in the lift to go down at a time. And I couldn't go down the stairs, even though it was like a short flight of stairs. I was really, really afraid I would fall. And, like, when my dad was having to go down for Lindsay, he's like, well, I'll go down the stairs with you. And it's like, we'll try and make sure you don't fall. And so I leaned up against the wall and, like, used the handrail and, like, my cane and, like, made sure I wouldn't fall. But at the end of the show, my dad had to ask for a wheelchair to get me out. Because I couldn't make it out to the parking lot again at the FedEx Forum. Because, like, there was just no way. It was, they just set it up way too far, and I don't know, it's sucky because it felt like I was being wheeled out of the hospital, and that's crap. I mean, I don't know, I just hate not being able to do it. I hate that I feel less and less independent every day. I want to be able to get my own wheelchair, but, I mean, my parents have one wheelchair kid, and it's like, if they had to take both of us, and they had to take both of us, like, if they had to take both wheelchairs, they'd have to take 2 different cars, and it is a lot of trouble. I can see why they would be reluctant to let me get a wheelchair, and I'm not able to earn enough money to get a wheelchair on my own. But I feel like if I had my own wheelchair and I was able to work to where I was able to like wheel it on my own, I would feel so much more independent and able to go to these places. But now I feel like now I feel so much like I can never go back to one of these shows, because if I had to sit in this kind of seating again, it's like I'd have to ask for a wheelchair and I'd have to be pushed by someone else, because I don't feel comfortable pushing those other wheelchairs, because I don't feel like I could push them myself. And it just feels like being in the hospital and being pushed in a wheelchair, and it just kind of triggers me, and it just doesn't feel good, and I hate it. The accessibility isn't great. I mean, they could put it so much closer, but it's like they think, oh, well, we have wheelchairs, so that's enough, and it's like, so that's enough. But it's not. It's like you could put it closer so maybe people who have canes or whatever could actually maybe walk themselves. It's like, because I go to things where I can walk myself just fine. I go to shows at like Minglewood Hall and I can walk and stand and like sit in the back just fine. But at these big venues like the FedEx Forum, it's just a no-go. I mean, big places like that just don't care about accessibility. I mean, they care about meeting the standards they have to in order to apply, in order not to break the law. But they don't care about actually helping us to the point where we feel comfortable actually being there and enjoy the show. Because also I was sitting so far away that I couldn't really see well or enjoy the show. And it's like, I don't have great eyesight, and it's like, I realize now that if I ever go back to the FedEx Forum to see a show, It's like, that's the best seating I'll ever have, because I'll only ever be in handicapped seating. And so that's the closest I'll ever be. And it's really crappy seating. It's really crappy seating. It's really far away. And I'm really not close up enough for there to be like any sort of, I mean, I couldn't see the details on like their faces and stuff. Which in this particular show it didn't matter. But if I was at a concert or something, that really would matter to me, and so I would never buy a concert ticket if it was at the FedEx Forum. If it was my favorite artist ever, I would never buy a concert ticket if they were going to be at the FedEx Forum. I simply wouldn't. Because there's just no sense in it. There's just no sense in wasting my money. I mean, if they cared, they would bother with it, but they just simply don't. I mean, they just don't. I mean, yeah, I'm mad. I'm mad. I'm mad about it. I get mad about accessibility stuff. And I'm a little bit tipsy. I'm not gonna lie. I'm a little bit tipsy because I'm de-stressing. So. This is gonna be such a bad video. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. This is gonna be such a bad video, but thank you for watching, and I'll make a better video next time, maybe, hopefully I'll make a better video next time, and hopefully you'll watch it, and